In this episode of Next Up, we talk Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the future of money with Simon Dingle. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Welcome to Next Up. Hello there, I'm Aki Anastasiou, and joining us for this episode of Next Up is Simon Dingle to chat about his book called In Math We Trust, where he tackles the complex and often controversial subject of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the future of money, and the journey to being your own bank. I began by asking Simon what he's been up to. What has Simon Dingle been up to? I know you were hosting a technology show on 5FM. You've been doing several podcasts and you're in the world of digital money. What is Simon Dingle up to?
Yeah, my life really has been all about fintech for the last decade or so. So focusing on building out customer experiences in fintech and really growing understanding of cryptocurrency and what's happening in the world of money.
What is Bitcoin?
It's
How
interesting.
do you explain Bitcoin to somebody?
Yeah, I mean, if you had asked me that until a couple of years ago, I would have said Bitcoin is money for the internet. That was the simplest explanation I could think of. But now when people ask me that question, I say Bitcoin is a financial system that isn't controlled by anyone, because I think that's the more important part of its evolution. But it's also something that was predicted. Computer scientists, information scientists, economists like Milton Friedman predicted Bitcoin because it was obvious that there would be an economic system introduced to the internet at some point. It was just the next evolution of the internet. So it's to me, it's quite profound what's happening. I really see Bitcoin and the world of cryptocurrency as the third phase of the internet. I think the first big phase of the internet was the web, the World Wide Web. The second big phase was mobile, the rise of the smartphone and the internet becoming portable and moving with you. I think cryptocurrency is the third big phase of the internet. And so it really is quite a remarkable time to be alive and see this evolution happening. We've managed to create a system where we don't need third parties to vest our trust in. We, like the internet itself works through nodes that communicate directly to each other, money's able to operate in the same way right now.
Right.
And so I don't need to trust an intermediary like a bank if I want to transfer value to you. We can trust the network itself. The total crypto market cap, if you include all of the thousands of crypto projects out there, is around $2 trillion. That's correct. But I think there's an important point in that is that, people talk about things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Flow, Neo, all of the cryptocurrencies that are out there in the same breath as if they're the same thing, and they really aren't.
Yes.
These are all very disparate protocols and systems designed to achieve different things. Bitcoin really was designed as a financial system. It was designed to be money. Ethereum was designed as a world computer. It was designed as a decentralized compute infrastructure. And Bitcoin is volatile and probably will be for some time. And that's just that's a factor of the stage of adoption we're in. It's still early days in the adoption of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and with that comes volatility.
Yeah.
However, if you zoom out and you adjust your time frame to that of say 3 to 5 years, Bitcoin has never gone down in price. So while it is volatile on the day to day, you still would have made money at any point in the last 3 years that you'd put money into the network.
Yeah.
It's the top performing asset class of the last 10 years, hands down.
In this book, Simon looks at the evolution of human trust that not only explains how cryptocurrencies work and the origins of Bitcoin, but how you can use these networks to take control of your own financial universe. So how did the idea of this book come about, Simon?
I wasn't actually intending to write a book at the time. My publisher, Tracy McDonald, actually approached me in 2017 when the crypto markets were very much on the up and everybody was talking about Bitcoin. And she said, look, she thinks it's time for somebody to write a book about the space. Would I be interested? And so I said yes, not knowing fully what I was getting myself into. But it was a fantastic process, very glad I did it, of course, and the book came out early in 2018.
Yeah.
And really what I've tried to do is provide the simplest possible explanation of what's happening in cryptocurrency and exploring this idea of becoming your own bank. And really breaking it down, because I think, Bitcoin already is perceived as being quite a complicated subject. It's not
Yes.
really, once you break it down, purely as a social movement, as you said earlier, or anthropologically what's happening here. Money itself is complicated,
Right.
but what it achieves is quite simple. So I really wanted to create something that you could read in, an afternoon or two, and that just really makes it simple for anybody to understand.
Simon's also been working on a really cool app called Lettuce, which basically puts all your money stuff in one place. It's a really cool dashboard of all your investments, and you can see how your investments are doing. And tell us about Lettuce and the app that you've got.
So Lettuce is an app for self-directed investors. We've just noticed, doing what we do, that more and more people are taking reins of their financial situation themselves, making their own investment decisions, and really thinking about money more deeply than I think previous generations did for a portion of human history. So Lettuce is an app that we developed for self-directed investors. You're able to track your investment portfolio in it. It's available globally. It tracks everything from cryptocurrencies to equities, mutual funds, commodities in any currency you want from anywhere in the world. So you can have a portfolio with Bitcoin, with Namibian Naira, with gold, Bitcoin, Tesla shares, and Lettuce will track the price of all of those things together in one place in any currency you want to see it.
Well, technology is certainly driving everything in the world and changing our lives and how we do things today. So where is it all going, Simon?
Technology is just part of us,
Yeah.
We used to watch movies like, Terminator or whatever when we were kids, sci-fi, and
Yes.
you'd have this idea of a cyborg that had iron limbs and part human, part robot. But we're actually all cyborgs already, if you think about it. Your smartphone and the internet is something that you outsource part of your mind
Sure.
to, your memory, for example, and your ability to recall things, to look up any information you want at your fingertips. That's something you're doing,
Yeah.
Technology is part of the world. It's part of how things work. It's always fascinated me that people have an aversion to anything new. We've evolved to treat anything new quite skeptically. And that was a very good trait, for hundreds of thousands of years of human evolution. That's how we survived. But it means that whenever we're confronted with a new technology, our first assumption is that it's going to do something bad to us.
Yeah.
When FM radio was first invented, you and I come from a radio background. People believed FM radio was going to give everyone cancer.
Yes.
And then they believed microwaves were going to give everybody cancer, and that microwaves were going to make you blind. Then they thought cell phones were going to give us all,
Don't get started about 5G.
No, exactly. So it's just natural. Human beings come up with these, and then we learn that actually, the people who invented this aren't idiots. They've tested it. It doesn't do any harm to you. And then once you understand it, you adopt it, and then you claim its benefits. You're like,
Okay.
oh, check how smart I am because I can look up how old Tom Cruise is, in a second. This says the same guy who thought his cell phone was going to give him brain cancer and kill him 5 years ago,
Yeah.
And I think it's the same with cryptocurrency. It was a new thing, remarkable. People are worried about how much electricity it uses. Is it going to boil the oceans? Then you learn that actually this is a considered thing,
Absolutely.
that it actually has a lot of value to offer, and then you kind of imbibe that value and you make it part of your life. So just an incredible time to be alive.
Simon Dingle, an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time. Wish you well and good luck with Lettuce. If you want to know about cryptocurrency and where the future of money is going, this is the book you need to get. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Aki. Lovely to see you again.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
If you want to win one of 3 copies of Simon Dingle's book, In Math We Trust, tell us in the comments below why you think cryptocurrencies are part of the future of money. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe buttons and that notification bell. Hope you've enjoyed this episode on Next Up. We'll see you soon.